somewhere deep in the heart of Mexico. Here, I'll even honk the horn since mine sounds like a frickin'. Oh my God, annihilation! I even gave him the jump. Brite Nation. Now in the last video, we introduced to you the newest member to our family, the all-new 2020 Launch Edition Toyota Supra, which you've only owned for 2 days right now.
AKA the Little Red Rocket.
Is that what we're naming it?
I don't know.
We're not naming it that. I'm immediately vetoing that decision. We're not naming it the Little Red Rocket. Anyways, I can tell you in these last 2 days, one thing we have realized is that this vehicle has exceeded almost all of our expectations. It's faster than we thought it would be. It's way more fun to drive than we thought it would be. It looks way better in person than we thought it would.
Yeah, video and photos.
It doesn't, really honestly, photos and videos do not do it justice. You need to see one for yourself with your own two little eyes.
And stay behind the driver mirror.
It honestly is a really freaking fantastic vehicle. But obviously the title of the video, in those 2 days we have also figured out a couple of drawbacks this car has, and we were instantly able to recognize them. So with that, we're going to go ahead and roll into the 5 things we hate about our all-new Toyota Supra. Alright, so first and foremost, number 1 is the moment you roll down both of these windows and you're cruising down the highway, you have really bad wind buffeting. Now this is a vehicle that you want to drive fast, and you want to drive typically with the windows down and the wind blowing through your hair, and you want to just go. But the moment you get above like 60 or 65 on the highway, your ears, and honestly for a car like this, that's shaped like this with the aerodynamics that this supposedly has, I didn't really expect it out of this car, but the wind buffeting, it just sucks. It really, really sucks, which is kind of depressing because I can't cruise down the highway with the windows down. And yeah, that's number 1. All right, now sticking with the interior, number 2, and this one I can completely 100% blame on BMW, because Kevin has owned probably about 6 or 7 BMWs, and every single one of them has had this issue, and that is the door buzzing. These locks right here, it rattles and it makes this really, it's just really obnoxious buzzing sound. And typically it's not as big of a deal when it comes to vehicles or the BMWs that we've driven, but the issue with this car in particular is this is literally right by your ear hole. It's literally buzzing right in your ear, and it really gets obnoxious really quickly. All BMWs have it, and unfortunately, they have given this issue to the new Supra, so that kind of sucks.
Thanks, BMW.
Is there something we can do about this?
Yes, so it's this plastic piece.
Yeah, it just I don't know, it just makes all the BMWs do it too.
So you can pull this little trim off, pull this piece off, and you can kind of shove felt in there and keep it from, it's fixable, but it's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's super dumb.
And it's right by your ear.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Number 2. On to number 3. And this one is honestly a really, really silly one. With a vehicle that has so much technology, adaptive cruise control, it has lane departure, it even has wireless charging for my cell phone. How does it not have remote start? Kias have remote start. Hyundais have remote start. Or my Jeep has remote start. How does a $60,000 any vehicle nowadays not have remote start? I don't know, but this one doesn't. That kind of sucks. And that brings us to number 4. Now this is subjective, which I mean I guess technically all of these are, but there does seem to be a consensus, and everyone seems to agree that the front end of the new Toyota Supra is very subpar. The back end is so sexy. The quarters, the hips, they're voluptuous. Everything looks so good from like the side mirrors back. And you get to the front and it just it all kind of just falls short. Now the bumper and the headlights are super sexy. What seems to be the biggest issue is the hood. They just it's blah. It's very blah. Like there's so much they could have done. They could have just added a bulge. Everyone likes bulges. They could have done something to make the hood just better. It's subjective, but the front end just kind of fell short for us. Maybe if they come out with a wide body kit in the future, that'll help. But for the moment, I'm gonna try not to video the front too much. Now last but not least, number 5, because of course we saved the best for last. Yesterday, while I was driving, some dude cut me off, so I honked at him. And he turned around and he laughed at me. And I'm not joking, because my horn literally sounds like this. I legit thought that a moped was honking at me. Like I had to turn around because surely that's not the sound that was coming out of my new Toyota Supra. It sounds like a bicycle horn. This is literally the worst horn in the history of all car horns ever. Sounds like one of those little bicycle like honky things.
Me. The Roadrunner has a louder honk, like.
I wish, hold on, one sec, hold up. Just for a quick comparison, here's the Jeep horn. That is an adequate horn. It has a low tone. It's like Toyota just literally forgot.
Maybe only the high note horn is hooked up.
It's like
We got one more we can test.
Oh.
We'll see if it's BMW or Toyota's fault.
Okay, let's see if we can blame it on Toyota or if we can blame it on BMW.
All right.
This is a BMW.
All right, let's see.
Woo!
That's
manly.
Yeah,
That's a manly
That's
horn.
a man horn right there.
That's a get out of my way.
Hey.
Stop it, you dick.
So maybe the Supra, they forgot to hook up the low note.
It's like a pardon me, let me through please. I don't want to consider it when I'm honking the horn. I don't honk the horn often, but if I do, like that's just embarrassing. I'm never using the horn on this Supra ever in my whole life.
Oh, guess what? When we do the air ride system, we can put an air horn in it.
No, God, that's just a dick move. That's such a bad move. And those are the 5 things that we hate about our 2020 Launch Edition Toyota Supra. Now keep in mind, we've literally only owned this thing for 2 days. So I'm sure we might come across a couple other things along the way. But I will tell you that one thing that has also annoyed us, not necessarily with the car, but with people in particular, is the fact that a lot of people seem to be hating on the new Toyota Supra who have never seen it in person, who have never sat in one, and who definitely have never actually driven one. And that's like saying that you hate green tea ice cream without ever actually having tasted green tea ice cream. And if you hate green tea ice cream, you're crazy. True doesn't like it.
This guy doesn't like green tea ice cream.
It's not great.
Shut up, True. No one cares about what
It
you
always
think.
tricks me with the word matcha.
But for real, this is just one of those things. You have to see it in person. You have to drive it. You have to get a feel for this thing. It has blown, despite these 5 things we hate, it has literally blown almost all of our expectations out of the water. And the thing is people that do hate on it compare it to the Mark IV Supra a lot. And I feel like a lot of people forget what a stock Mark IV Supra actually looks like. To make the Mark IV Supra look cool, you had to add coilovers, you had to add wheels, you had to have a body kit, you had to have a BPU, a basic power upgrade. To even get it nearly close to what this thing is and what this thing looks like. The new Toyota Supra is pretty freaking rad. I think where Toyota really went wrong was that they released the FT1. And so that raised the bar, that raised everyone's expectations, what they were wanting and what they were expecting out of a new Supra. And they you can see the similarities between the 2 cars, but again, it comes to the front. I think a little lackluster, maybe not have hit the mark, but again, you just have to see for yourself. You have to feel it for yourself. You have to sit in the driver's seat, and you have to drive one. If you see us and we're around and we're near this, just ask. We'll let you drive ours. But in the meantime, let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you think you would have rather paid $100,000+ for what the FT1 would have been? Or would you have rather paid about half that price for the 2020 Toyota Supra. I'm curious what you guys think. Are there anything that you in particular dislike about this? Is there anything you really like about it? Let us know what you think. Comments below. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch at LiteBriteStudios.com. All of your Lite Brite Nation decals at PixelDecals.com. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.